The View hosts worry about Biden's chances after uncommitted protest votes spar over his struggle with young voters. And the Democrat Party definitely did not see this happening. They did not see the young voters feeling disenfranchised and upset with Biden because of his economy. I mean, because we're living in his economy. So, of course, they're going to be upset when people get out of college and look for jobs and find out that there are no jobs, even though, even though the job numbers that the White House and the government is putting out, it doesn't look like we're having an unemployment problem, but we are. And people see that, they see the prices of food and how expensive things are, and they can't purchase a home because it's unaffordable. Rent has gone up. It's hard to pay rent, and everything is up. And young voters in particular are struggling with it, and they are not voting. They flat out not gonna vote for Biden. And so we're gonna talk a little bit about that. It got the View hosts upset. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, Mike Laundry. He reports that, by way of the Western Journal, reports that participants on ABC's The View were left wrestling with the massive uncommitted votes in Michigan's Democratic primary on Wednesday. As of early Wednesday afternoon, the uncommitted votes totaled 101,436. Wow. Or 13.2% of votes cast, according to the New York Times. Votes tabulated total more than 95%. The uncommitted vote stemmed from concerns of those in Arab American communities in the southeast part of the state, about allegations of violence against Gaza residents in the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict, according to The View co-host Sonny hosting. So they're blaming it on the Israel Palestine stuff. But quote, these are protest votes, hostess said. These are votes, they're uncommitted votes, and they're saying, hear us, listen to us. Hundreds of members of my family have been killed. Yes, that is my issue. That is my issue. It's more than that, though. It is definitely some of that. It's definitely a bunch of Arab Americans in Michigan, so it is some of that. But a lot of it has to do with the economy as well, which of course, they don't want to bring that up. But it also is a critical issue among young voters, hostess said, citing large number of uncommitted voters in the major Michigan college towns of Ann Arbor and East Lansing. So let's play the clip here.
I think that, this is what I was referring to yesterday, that they're not sitting on the couch. These are protest votes. These are votes. They're uncommitted votes, and they're votes, and they're saying, hear us, listen to us. Hundreds of members of my family have been killed. Yes, that is my issue. That is my one issue. 30 people in my immediate family were killed, yet the United States is providing weapons and money to the people that killed my family, and I am an American citizen. That is, I think, what the message was. And this is something that I have been saying on this show. I know that I've been a singular voice here, but what the Biden administration has to understand is that young voters, which first-time voters, are very concerned about this issue. And when it comes to Michigan, if you look at the breakdown, 19% of those votes came from the University of Michigan. Young voters. In Ann Arbor, in East Lansing, home to Michigan State, uncommitted got 15% of the vote. There are 300,000 of the Arab population in Michigan. And Trump carried Michigan in 2016 by about 11,000 votes. They are telling you this issue matters. Hear us.
Understood. Well, understood. I'm sorry. I understand all of that. I get it. That's how I feel when they put up the nooses. That's how I feel when I hear young women get it.
What is she talking about? What nooses?
You're not doing it fast enough for me. so I'm going to sit. That doesn't help me.
But they
that
didn't
doesn't,
sit.
No,
They didn't sit, though.
This is actually
they
what
did.
voted.
They voted. That's the
Uncommitted.
same for me as sitting.
It's despicable. How she bring up nooses? I mean, this is Whoopi Goldberg is disgusting. I like her acting. I mean, she's a great actor, but as far as her politics, she's disgusting. Nobody brought up nooses. When did you last time you seen a noose? The last time we seen someone tie a noose was that race car driver, and come to find out, it wasn't a noose. It was just the garage thing hanging. So what is Whoopi Goldberg talking about? Co-host Whoopi Goldberg voiced objections to the votes of Uncommitted as reflecting inaction. She don't get it. They are upset, so it's either don't vote or vote against Biden. These people they don't like what's going on with the Palestinians. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it. Israel's committing genocide. That's exactly what's going on. And it seems like a lot of Michigan voters that are young are totally against that. Of course, who is for genocide unless you are Israel? You know what I'm saying? It makes absolutely it makes sense that they would not vote for Biden because Biden is actually supporting Israel, which is committing these atrocities. So I do agree with that. But a lot of it has to do with the economy as well. It's more than just what's going on in the Middle East. But a Reuters account indicated the Biden campaign has been blindsided by seething resentment in Michigan over the administration's support of Israel. It puts Biden, a self-professed Zionist, in the middle of pressures from several groups which traditionally vote Democratic. And Zionist is a political entity. They believe that Israel can do no wrong. So of course Biden is saying one thing, but his actions is doing the exact opposite. He continued to support Israel and their attempt to extinct Palestinians. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.